All right, let's try this again, everyone. Here we are in the top of the third. It is scoreless. Reinhardt, though, with a couple of singles in this inning. Andres Ugarte leading it off with a single into left field. Nick Sanders put him over at second with the sacrifice bunt right back to Andrew Arguello. And Devin Silmar has now reached first after hitting one deep in the gap on the left side. Good play by Zapsos, just could not get him right in time. So here we are back to the top of the lineup, and Kevin Jimenez. And the first pitch to Jimenez, he takes a wicked cut and a miss, and it is strike one. Top of the first, there's just one out. Runners at second and first for the Reinhardt Eagles. And the Rams Digital Sports Network, tell your friends we have an updated link. Andrew Arguello trying to keep the Eagles off of scoring position. Only one runner in scoring position at the moment. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball inside, and Cardona scoops it up. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Shade starting to come overhead just in time here at Bowen Field. Andrew Arguello looking in. Rams want a double play. Top of the third inning, Kevin Jimenez grounded out to second his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pickoff attempt from Arguello. The lefty turns around, slings it over to Wisner. No tag applied. And the runner representing Ugarte is safe. One. Right down the pipe, a good pitch from the southpaw. Now the count 1-2. Mike White calling time, oddly enough. Looks like just wants to talk to Arguello. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. And now check that. He's going to want to talk with Wisner as well as Zapsos, trying to get them all on the same page with the runner bouncing off of the base paths over at second. Haley Engel here on the call for you. Glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Once again, folks, we are in the top of the third inning. Trying to keep our computer a bit cold. It's starting to really throw us into a bit of a bind here with some of these warmer starts. Our equipment, unfortunately, has not been able to handle it, but lucky to have you up on the Rams Digital Sports Network, and I'll keep the score for you audibly here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Still no score. We're in the top of the third inning. 2 men on for Reinhardt. Jimenez awaits. Arguello, after that quick little conference, he's going to deal another pickoff over to Taylor Moe and diving back Silmar. Simlar is the correct way to say it. Simlar. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just off of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 men aboard for Reinhardt. The team comes into this one 22-7, 9-6 in the AAC. Rams are 7-10 in the conference. Playing a couple more games in the conference than Reinhardt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the offer. Swinging a little slap right over to Wisner, snags it, and wins the race to the bag. So the unassisted double play turned, and we are on our way to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless here in Bluefield. Game one of this doubleheader on our way into the bottom of the third here in a gorgeous afternoon at Bowen Field. Bailey Engel, glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Finally, we try to keep this broadcast consistently up. It's still scoreless after Clay Wisner turned an unassisted double play there at the end of the top of the third. So, Andy Zapsos, his first pitch, he shows bunt. Pulls back, it's called a strike anyway on the inside portion of the plate. No balls, one strike. 9-1-2 due up for Bluefield. First at bat today for Zapsos. And he swings and gets a piece of that one going into the glove of Ugarte. The count runs 0-2. Bluefield still no score. Rams had a runner at third off of an error that allowed David Meach to get on a bad throw by Jimenez. 0-2. Fastball blazes outside with the wind starting to flow out towards left field. And it's the inaugural ball on Andy Zapsos. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the offer. Just got a piece of it again right off the end of the bat and corks its way over towards the Reinhardt dugout on the left side. 3:35 down the lines here at Bowen Field. Rams searching for a way to get this doubleheader started off right. So far, pretty good pitching so on either ends with Arguello as well as Foley. 1-2. So we got a line, ground ball, up the middle, base hit. Past the dive of Sanders, and Zapsos is on with a leadoff single. Good piece of hitting there with 2 strikes on him. And now turn the lineup card on over to the top for Joseph Cardona. Cardona 0 for 1 today. Clouds rolling overhead here at Bowen Field, and Cardona jolted from usually batting in the 7-hole for Bluefield, moved up to the cleanup spot against U-Pike, and, well, he hit 3 doubles in that ball game, a 12-2 win. Shows bunt, pops it up, and that could be a bit of a scary situation. Instead, it rolls off to the right, and Cardona will live to see the 0-1 pitch. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Zapsos over at first. Count it 0-1 with no outs. Shows bunt again, lays it down. This time it's good. On the ground over to Marcelletti. Hand-fisted, throw to first in time. So the sacrifice is intact. That moves Zapsos over into scoring position, but Marcelletti tried to transition the ball, could not get it cleanly, but still able to record the sacrifice. So a 3-4 that allows Cardona to get out. And that'll bring up Nate Cobb, who's also 0 for 1. Nate Cobb with a runner in scoring position, still scoreless, 1 out, bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Cobb, checks at it. It's a fastball. Go down to the appeal to third base umpire, said he held up. One ball, no strikes. Now the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball, shot down the right field line and foul. So the count runs even at a ball and a strike with 1 out. Be important here for Bluefield to try to get on the board early against a Reinhardt team that is 22-7 in their overall record. 9-6 overall in the AAC. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball, bent him at the knees, right down the middle. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out with Zapsos waiting by at second. Top of the third. Reinhardt hit into a double play. Rams backed out of that one. We are in the bottom of the third. Pickoff attempt at second. Tag, not in time. Boy, they thought he had him. I think he could make a case for it after the tag was laid down by Sanders. What a turnaround by Foley. Zapsos just escaped back in time as the shade starts to envelop here at Bowen Field again. Boy, Reinhardt was all pumped up on that one. Nate Cobb, center fielder with a base knock, could give Bluefield the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the offer. Swinging another roller. Left side could be trouble. Sanders charges and whiffs the ball. Rolls into left field, and Zapsos will come home to score. So Cobb likely not going to get the RBI for that one. It was going to be tough for Sanders to come up and scoop that one to throw over to first, but that has to be routine, at least on the scoop. So an E6, and now it's 1-0 Bluefield with just one away in the bottom of the third. Didn't have his glove to the ground, and it rolled out into shallow left field. Ozzie Millette steps up to try to keep this rally going for Bluefield, now up 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Righty. Now the pitch. Swinging another shot, right center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Big charge around second for Nate Cobb, and he gallivants into third. And Bluefield College has a couple of runners on the corners as Ozzie Millette singles here in the bottom of the third inning. Rams really knocking on the door for Clay Wisner, setting the table well for the Ohio native. 1-0 Bluefield. So Clay Wisner trying to stand in on the right side. Mom once again in attendance, seated down the first baseline for Bluefield. Wearing number 5, Wisner looks and he swings and slings it over to left field. Another base knock for Bluefield, and the Rams bring home another run. Nate Cobb comes in to score. It's 2-0. Millette traverses to second, and now with 2 men aboard, Bluefield College has a 2-0 lead. Taylor Moe reached last time on a single. Now the lefty steps up to the plate 1-for-1. He was left at third last time. Well, already a couple of errors for Reinhardt in this one. One by the second baseman, Jimenez. That pitch is a fastball that cracks on the outside corner for strike one. And we also saw an error that allowed Nate Cobb to get on and brought home Zapsos to score. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 men aboard for Bluefield. It's second and first with Millette at second and Wisner at first base. Foley checks on Millette. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Reaching on the outer portion of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, Reinhardt hoping for a double play that could back them out of this inning. Pitch. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes with Moe trying to defend the plate here. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bluefield leads 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Reinhardt in those navy blue jerseys trying to back out of this one. The 1-2. Fastball inside corner, rung him up, strike 3. So Ethan Foley, that's a big strikeout there, and Moe watches the inner portion of the plate get called on him. So now, here comes Elijah Lewis, who's been a clutch hitter for Bluefield in the past. Millette takes off, and Lewis pounds the ball through the 5-6 hole in the left field, a base hit. Millette will easily score, and the hit and run works to perfection for Bluefield College. It's 3-0. Well, you got to be excited there if you're Mike White. That you roll the dice for Ozzie Millette to run over to third base, and Lewis took a big cut at that first pitch anyway, brought home another RBI. So it's a 3-run inning so far for Bluefield College, and David Meach wants to keep that going. Lefty at the plate, Wisner at second, Lewis at first. The offer. There's a fastball that once again finds itself in the outside portion of the plate for strike 1. 3-0 Bluefield College, 2 outs, 2 men aboard here for the Rams. Bluefield in game 1 of this 3-game set against Reinhardt got the doubleheader moved to today. As Foley fires away. Well, working that outside part of the plate. Didn't hit it that time, though. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Supposed to have the doubleheader tomorrow, but with the apparent weather coming in, decided to push the doubleheader to today. So hoping to get the last game in tomorrow. 1-1. Slices in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Garte keeps in front as Wisner and Lewis stay by at first and second. Well, that wind really is flying out towards left field. David Meach, who reached on an error his last time up. So you can go opposite field here. Be huge for Bluefield, already up 3-0. Comes Foley with the offer. Once again, a fastball that's in the other batter's box. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a batter's count to David Meach. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Meach waving the gray bat around. 2 men aboard for Bluefield. Comes the 3-1. And it's letter high. No. Ball 4. Thought that was going to be one of those patented delayed strike calls, but instead, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for BC. Wisner at third, Lewis moves to second, and David Meach joining them on the base paths at first base. Jeremy Garcia, who had been the perennial leadoff man for Bluefield College here in 2021, now finds himself batting in the 8 hole. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch to him, just a bit outside on the slider, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, bases loaded for Bluefield. A big chance for the Rams. Try to keep this inning going. Garcia awaits the 1-0. It's a fastball high, 2 balls, no strikes, and Foley really is missing the zone here these last couple of batters. Bases loaded, Wisner at third. Elijah Lewis at second base, a 3-0 lead already for Bluefield here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Got a 2-0 with 2 outs. Comes the offer. High and outside again. 3 balls, no strikes. Foley's missing, to his credit, not by much. Now against the 9th batter in the inning. So, 3 balls, no strikes to Jeremy Garcia. Bases loaded, 3-0. Outside corner on a fastball, back into it, strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Wisner at third. Lewis reached on an RBI single like Wisner at second base, and David Meach with a walk. Comes a 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and it's 4-0 Bluefield. So Garcia will get the RBI on the walk. 4-0 Rams. Elijah Lewis moves to third. Meach over to second. Jeremy Garcia walks to first base. Now the Rams have officially batted around. Andy Zapsos started off the inning getting into a 1-2 hole and then singling up the middle. So it's 4-0 Rams, bases loaded, 2 away. (4-0). Zapsos with a chance to really try to crack this game open with a base hit. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch, high and outside again. Boy, he has really favored that fastball. Right, high and outside. He's gone back to it a few times. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded for Bluefield. Comes the 1-0. It's high, pitch out, down the right field line. Runs are going to score for Bluefield. Lewis walks in to score. Here comes David Meach, and it's 6-0 Rams. Now, hold on a minute. Elijah Lewis came in to score. Is ready to go home. I think the offer or the idea is that potentially Zapsos got in the way of the throw over to first base. So Lewis is staying by at home plate thinking that he scored. Now, it did seem like the throw sailed off down the right field line particularly inaccurately. Now they're going to try to see what they call here because the way that play ended up working out, it was going to be 6-0. Lewis really should be one of the runs to score. I'm going to talk this one over with the Reinhardt coaching staff as well. Right now, the score stays at 4-0. Lewis waiting on the news to see if he's got to go back to third or not. Mike White's not going to like this call if the Rams don't at least get 1 run out of this. So Lewis scores, and I think that's going to be it. So instead of 6-0, it's 5-0, and a 2-0 count to Zapsos. Meach stays at third base. the ball might have gotten sandwiched in to some portion of the fencing. I don't know. Here comes the 2-0. Outside, ball 3. So 2 men are in scoring position now. Everybody moved up a base. Meach is at third. Garcia standing by at second base. 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs for Foley. 5-0 Bluefield College. What a great start here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that pitch hits on the outside part of the plate. Just a bit low and knee high. And Zapsos waited at it. 3 balls, 1 strike. Good take on 3-0. Now, base hit here can make it 7-0 Rams. 2 outs, though. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Foley fires. There's another pitch on the outside corner. Went back to the fastball, and all of a sudden a full count on Zapsos and his second at-bat of the inning. Waits by on the left-handed side. Payoff. Swings and fouls it back to the backstop and bounces all the way back to home plate. So, Zapsos right on time with that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes as another gale of wind comes in. Payoff. Once again, shot foul. And Zapsos stays alive. Kind of like what we saw out of that first at-bat for Bluefield. Foley peering into Ugarte. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another 3-2. Swing and a foul tip. Pops off of the mid of Ugarte. Well, he just got a piece of that one. Ugarte hauls that in. It's out number 3. But instead, Zapsos lives to see another pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men in scoring position. It's already 5-0 Bluefield in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He swings and fouls that one away right into the stands. So it stays at 3-2, turning into a long at-bat for Zapsos. It's interesting that Foley only keeping this inning moving along, even with how it's been tough for him. It's been a quick 5 runs. Another 3-2. Swinging a grounder right up the middle. Foley snags it, underhands to first in time, and the inning is over. But the Rams score 5 runs in the inning. Bluefield leads 5-0 as we go to the top of the 4th at Bowen. So Andrew Arguello got a lot of run support there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here we are in the top of the 4th. It's 5-0 Bluefield here at Bowen. Rams in game 1 of this doubleheader against the team from Waleska, Georgia. Jarrett Burney leading off. He's 0 for 1. Third baseman Arguello with the left-handed delivery. He deals, and that one's shot on the ground up the middle. Zapsos fields, long throw to first in time. 1 away. Great way to start things here at the top of the 4th inning. Well, for Bluefield, in that last conference series against St. Andrews, Rams were swept in 3 straight conference close games against the Knights, but no Wisner, no Zapsos. That's a pretty big part of the batting lineup and also great part of the defense in the middle infield. Big cut and a miss for Dalton Turnbow. 0 for 1 today, trying to belt that one down the right field line. 5-0 Rams in the top of the 4th inning with the sun-splashed afternoon. Good day to play a doubleheader. Comes the 0-1. That's Gibson the dirt. Evens up the count at 1-1. Arguello giving up just 2 hits today. Both of them coming in the bottom, make it top of the 3rd inning from Ugarte and Simler. It was a 1-1. Fastball perfectly positioned, just, oh, where did that miss? Outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Cardona tried to frame it up. Once again, back in the shade here. As the DH steps on the left side of the plate. Comes the 2-1. Check swing, called a strike. Well, Arguello fighting back into the inside portion of the zone on the lefty. And on the check swing, well, Turnbow wasn't excited about that. But now, with a slightly open stance, comes back in on the left side, ready to do it again. Here comes the 2-2 from Arguello. Flies outside in the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away, nobody on for the Eagles. It's 5-0 Bluefield. Top of the 4th as the Rams try to keep this lead. Payoff is inside, almost hit him, and it's ball 4. First walk of the day for Arguello. Keeping things going here in the top of the 4th with Gianmarco Marcelletti. Flew out to center field his last time up on a well-struck baseball back at the top of the 2nd. 5-0 Rams. Arguello from the belt. Checks on at first. Now deals. Big swing and a miss. Bounces away from Cardona. That'll roll to the backstop. Although that might be scored as a wild pitch, it does seem like Cardona probably should have had that one as Turnbow moves into scoring position. Marcelletti now with a base hit. Puts Reinhardt on the board for the first time. It's 5-0 Rams. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Going to play a second one. And the best part about NAIA doubleheaders, the second game is 7 innings. Check it on second. Arguello, another look. And time called at home plate by Marcelletti. Division I baseball has yet to adopt that. It makes it a little bit more fan-friendly, makes it more player-friendly. You're only playing 16 innings a day rather than 18. That was the 0-1. Breaking ball sails outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike from the lefty on the mound. Well, not to mention the fact that, you know, a lot of these conference games, especially in the AAC this year, have been particularly close, evenly matched games. And, well, Bluefield College has gone into extra innings at times, even in the 7-inning scheduled games. 1-1 with 1 out, he deals. Breaks off in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner at second for Marcelletti. I think it was against Montreat. The Rams, unfortunately, blew a lead and lost that one in the 8th inning, where it was supposed to be just a 7-inning contest. Jackson deals. Check swing, called a strike anyway on a great pitch from the lefty on a fastball. It's number 11 traverses his way back to the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Turnbow at second, reached there on a walk as well as a wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ready at the plate is ready. Cleanup man. Arguello checks Turnbow at second. He deals. Swinging a high chop left side. Millette charges, checks the runner, throws to first, and it took him off the bag. So I believe that's going to be an E5 on the throw. Now 2 men are aboard with 1 away. Turnbow at second. Oh, Millette checked the runner, and I believe in the process, no, they're going to count that as a hit. Wow. So it's a single on the board. Although I think even Ozzie Millette would tell you that's a play he should make. I think in the process of checking down the runner, lost a little too much time and then had to sail the throw. So the lefty at the plate is Xavier Arnett, and the breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike one. Count goes 0-1, 2 men aboard. There's one away. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Arguello checking on the lead runner. He deals, and that one's on the ground to Wisner. Diving play, trying to stay with it. Throw to first. Got him. So a productive out nonetheless as Turnbow advances to third. Marcelletti runs over to second base, and Arnett is out on a productive 4-3. But 2 outs now for Albert Mora here in the top of the 4th inning with a 5-0 lead for Bluefield. Base hit potentially makes this one 5-2. Mora struck out on a ball in the dirt his last time up. Top of the 4th, 5-0 Rams. Lefty-righty matchup. Arguello looks into Cardone and pitches. Breaking ball and a perfect one for strike one. Right over the meat of the plate, strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Arguello with a 5-0 lead. Two men in scoring position. From the belt, 0-1. Swinging a slow rolling foul ball. Skips into the dugout for Reinhardt. Now the count runs to no balls and 2 strikes. So with the count at 0-2, 2 men are in scoring position for Reinhardt as a big cloud flies overhead at Bowen. Could be a huge out for Arguello if he's able to get out of the 4th unscathed. Long look at the 0-2. And it's high, chin high that is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men knocking on the door in scoring position. Arguello fires away. Breaking ball just missed outside. A great pitch from Arguello, but likely the right call, just inches off the plate on the right side. So at 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 men are aboard in scoring position. Albert Mora in a big spot here for Reinhardt with his team down 5-0 in the top of the 4th. That cream jersey. Arguello fires. Swinging a foul tip, just saves him. It ricochets off the body of Cardona. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count stays at 2-2. Reinhardt, 22-7. Booted the ball around a bit there in the 3rd inning. The Rams lead 5-0. Now another 2-2. Breaking ball outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a full count at 3-2. Two men knocking on the door in scoring position. Comes set, Arguello. Deals the payoff. Inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Eagles. Top of the 4th continues after a long battle at the plate, and Arguello gives up a walk. So Andres Ugarte, he's 1 for 1. Swing of the bat could make this a 1-run game. $5-0 the score. Now the pitch. Right down the plate. Great pitch from Arguello. Broke right into the inside corner. Strike 1. Bases loaded, 5-0. Bluefield leads with 2 outs. Count it 0-1. Bases juiced full of Eagles as Arguello deals. Swinging a high chopper left side. Zapsos, easy toss to second in time, and the inning is over. Bases left loaded for the Eagles, and the Rams keep the score at 5-0 as we move to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth, Bluefield College leads in this one as Cardona leads off the inning well with a ball right up the middle. Sanders Fields can't throw it over to first, and Bluefield College starting off the inning with a single from Cardona, who's now 1 for 3. Rams played at 5 runs in the bottom of the third inning. It's 5-0 against Reinhardt. So Nate Cobb stands in. Cobb reached on an error, and that's really where that inning got started off well. Cardona put Zapsos in scoring position as Foley deals a pitch. It's fouled off on the bunt attempt by Cobb, strike one. Zapsos got on with a single after battling in a 1-2 count. Cardona then bunted him into scoring position. Nate Cobb had a slow roller over on the left side, and Sanders tried to scoop it up a whiff, so that allowed Zapsos to come in to score the game's opening run. Cobb shows bunt on the 0-1, pulls back on a fastball high, and the count evens up at 1-1. Then Millette got on with a single. Wisner brought in a run on a single. Taylor Moe went down looking. Elijah Lewis had an RBI single on a hit and run into left field. David Meach walked. Garcia walked as Cobb bunts and fouls it back, and the count runs 1-2 with a runner at first and no outs. So Garcia got the RBI on a walk. That was the last run of the third inning. So 5-0, Bluefield leads. Comes a 1-2. Swinging another foul tip right off the end of the bat and rolls back on the third base side. Count stays at 1-2 strikes with the sun overhead. Just about an hour into this one, Bluefield College and Reinhardt. Game one of this doubleheader, 9-inning game. Going to have game two, that's a 7-inning contest. That pitch is shot right up the middle on a bounce. Foley to second, back to first in time. Great double play, a 1-6-3 to clear the Rams off of the base paths. I wasn't exactly sure from this angle if that ball actually hit the ground or not, but Foley obviously saw that it hit the ground, turned around to second, got the out there, and really not a tailor-made double play, but they made it look easy. So now 2 outs, bases cleared of Bluefield College. Rams, 5-0. 2 outs for Ozzie Millette. First pitch, He swings and gets a piece of that one for strike one. Omelette shot a ball up the middle his last time up. No balls, one strike. Quick 0-1. And a breaking ball. Good one at that. Right down the plate. No balls, two strikes. Rams in danger of going 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Foley a quick 0-2. High up near the face of Millett. Doesn't limbo out of the way. One ball and two strikes. Calls time trying to slow the pace of this one. Foley likes to work quickly. Comes a 1-2. Swinging a chopper foul, third base side, and we'll do it again at a ball and two strikes. Well, it was pretty interesting to see Foley, even in that 5-run inning. It seemed like it went by pretty quickly because Foley didn't take a ton of time in between pitches. Here comes the 1-2. Right down the middle, strike three called, and we are 4 innings in the books here in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Rams lead 5-0. On to the 5th we go at Bowen. Top of the 5th inning. Bluefield College leads 5-0. Andrew Arguello trying to become win eligible here with a couple of outs. As that pitch is hit on the ground straight at Wisner. Back in the lineup today and slings it over to first to retire him there. So Sanders is now 0 for 1 with that 4-3 in the books. Now we continue on with the Reinhardt lineup here. The outside corner to Simlar, who is 1 for 1. Comes the 0-1, just a bit outside. Ball and a strike, 9th hitter in the lineup, nobody on. 5-0 Bluefield. Comes the 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is foul. So he was well early on that one. And the center fielder, or Reinhardt, nearly had a home run there. But just a bit too early at a ball and two strikes. See what Arguello goes here with one out. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Big strikeout for Arguello. And now there's 2 outs as we flip the lineup card on over for the Eagles. So Kevin Jimenez stands in 0 for 2. He hit into that deflating double play back in the 3rd inning. So he swings and chops that one up the middle. Could be a tough play for Zapsos. Charges, slings to first. Got him. 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the top of the 5th off a strong play from the shortstop. And the Rams still hold on to that lead halfway through this game. 5-0 Bluefield. Clay Wisner leading it off for Bluefield in the bottom of the fifth inning as that fastball sails outside. Wisner is now in this one 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the third inning. Also scored a run. Ethan Foley still on the mound. Here comes the 1-0. That's right over the plate, but high. 2 balls, no strikes. So Wisner back in the lineup, made a couple of good plays in the infield. A couple of tough hops there in the dirt. 2-0. Outside corner, strike 1. And we have seen those hops eat up the Bluefield infielders before, but today, Rams, to their credit, have really stayed with it. Wisner and Zapsos, 2-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball straight at short. Sanders plays it there. Rifles to first in time for the first out. Taylor Moe, 1 for 2 with a strikeout looking his last time. Z swings and belts that one on the ground. A tough hopper scooped up by Jimenez. Throw to first. Time for a quick second out. Here we are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Elijah Lewis. Lewis got the first pitch he saw. Millette was at second base, taking off on the hit and run. And Elijah Lewis did exactly what he needed to do. Put the ball in play, brought home Millette. That was with 2 outs. And was able to hit it right in the gap to bring home yet another run for Bluefield. It's 5-0 Rams. Nobody on for him here, though, to do that. Comes the pitch. Fastball buried low. 1 ball and no strikes. Foley retired the Rams in order in the fourth inning. After the double play from Cobb, got Cardona off the base paths. Comes a 1-0. Check swing on a breaking ball, and he held up, no appeal. 2 balls, no strikes. So Lewis, get to see his strike call here in the bottom of the fifth. There it is, though. 2-0. Crams inside of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. 5-0 Rams. 5 runs for Bluefield in the bottom of the third. Foley with a quick 2-1. Swinging a foul tip, glove by Ugarte. Got evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-0 Bluefield in the bottom of the fifth inning. A little bit of wind flying out towards left. Foley, quick 2-2. Swinging a high chopper left side. Sanders plays it back on a great hop. Throw to first. Scooped up in time. And the Rams once again go in order. We've played 5 at Bowen. Rams leading this one 5-0 over Reinhardt. Jared Burney ready to lead off in the sixth inning as Bluefield holds on to a 5-0 lead after a 5 spot in the third. Guello still on the bump as he fires away. First pitch called a strike right down the plate to Burney, who is 0 for 2. Bluefield, they sweep the doubleheader today. They go to 500 right now, 14-16. As Arguello deals the 0-1. Sails inside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs, 5-0 the score. Comes the pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes, no outs. 5-0. Rams pounding them on in the 3rd inning. As the 1-2 bounces in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's really been the only tough inning for Ethan Foley. Since then, he really has anchored down, and Bluefield went down in order, both in the 4th and 5th. Comes Arguello, steps and deals 2-2. This gives him the dirt, ball 3. And you can really say the same about Arguello. The toughest inning for him, make it 2 of them. I think in that 3rd inning, he had 2 men aboard, and then a double play was lined into by Jimenez that Wisner was able to turn unassisted. Payoff to Bernie. Fouls it off his body, right off the end of the bat, rolling right in front of Cardona. We'll do it again at 3-2. Then, bases were loaded there in the 4th. That is the toughest inning. With 2 outs, Ugarte grounded out over to short into a fielder's choice that retired Albert Mora. No man aboard on the leadoff man here in the top of the 6th, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Arguello pitches. Swing and a miss, just waved at it. Lackadaisical swing, and Arguello will take that any day. And there is 1 away here in the 6th inning. Dalton Turnbow, 0 for 1. Walked in the 4th and got all the way to 3rd. $5-0 Rams. First pitch to the DH. Looks at it on the outside corner, strike 1. Oh, with all of this wind flowing out towards left field, we have yet to see really anyone send a charge into a ball today. Comes the 0-1. Just a bit outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that inning for Bluefield in the 3rd, it's kind of been the story for the Rams all year and how they've won games. Just pinging around a couple of singles, smart base running. That's how they've won AAC contests. The 1-1 is fouled off the body and rolls down the 3rd baseline and now rises the count to a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. And I know we've talked about it before with Mike White. That's a bit different than what we've seen out of Bluefield in the past. We've seen a lineup of some big power hitters. This year for Bluefield College, there is some power there, but there's just top to bottom, the Rams can put the ball in play. Not really a weak spot in this batting lineup for Bluefield. Here comes a 1-2. Swing and a miss, went with a breaking ball and got him. 2nd strikeout in a row for Arguello. I think that is 4th already in the ball game. 2 away in the top of the 6th with a 5-0 lead behind him. And I think another thing that has certainly kept Bluefield in these conference contests on the weekends is Arguello deals, popped up, fouled, right side now to play. Marcelletti, 1 for 2 today, by the way. The Rams have had some pretty good starting pitching. Arguello certainly part of that. Hunter Voss also, Voss, a guy to watch out for in game 2 of this ball doubleheader today. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, just nicked him. Oh, Marcelletti goes over to first. And to credit him, that was inside. It's not like what we saw yesterday in that Mets-Marlins game. I wonder if you guys saw this, where Conforto almost went with the COVID handshake of the ball going right over the middle of the plate. Just elbow out and hit it, and it's a travesty that they weren't able to review that and call him out. Now the pitch, breaking ball, a pretty one, right down the middle. And Arnett, who is 0 for 2 today, is down 0-1 in the count here. 5-0 Bluefield College leads, 2 outs, a runner at first. Arguello taking a long look at that runner at first base. Decides to pitch, and a breaking ball. Hit on a hop over to Wisner. Stubbles, shuffles to second in time for the out, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bluefield leads 5-0 over the Reinhardt Eagles. Bottom of the 6th in Bluefield, and David Meach takes the first pitch low for ball one. 5-0 Rams. Having said that, though, Ethan Foley, other than that one inning, has pitched a strong game. It's the 1-0 is sawed-off foul down the first baseline, evens up the count at 1-1. Count is 1-1, 7-8-9 due up for Bluefield College. David Meach, the right fielder, reached on an error and a walk. He's 0 for 1. Comes the 1-1 to the lefty. Swinging a foul tip, glove by Ugarte, the catcher, and it rises the count to a ball and 2 strikes. So Bluefield scoring all of those 5 runs in the third inning. Batting around sent 10 batters to the plate. Zapsos batted twice. The 1-2. Just a bit high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Meach, Garcia, and Zapsos all due up here, though. The bottom of the 6th, and this is, of course, a 9-inning contest. 2-2, got him out in front, strike 3. That's what we've been talking about Foley. I think where the Reinhardt pitcher is certainly happy is finding his way into the strike zone easily, which he has been able to do, but keeping the pace of the game, absolutely speeding through this lineup when he has the chance to. Garcia well off of the plate, first pitch, and the left fielder shoots it down the line, foul into the parking lot. And it will be 0-1 now to Jeremy Garcia, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk and an RBI. Saw 5 pitches, was walked with the bases loaded. Comes the 0-1. Outside and high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, good news from Graham Rec Park. Bluefield College softball just wrapped up a win, 2-0. They're playing in a doubleheader over there as well. Comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Had him out reaching. Ball and 2 strikes. By the way, folks, we are in the top of the 6th inning. Comes a pitch, is swung on, reached down on a bouncer. Up the middle. Sanders there. Grabs it, throws to first. Now there's 2 outs. So 2 outs now. Now the offer, Zapsos shows bunt, tries to reach at it. Looked like he got a piece of it. It's going to be called a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Zapsos singled, got that great third inning, started off well, batted again, and shot the ball right back up to Ethan Foley. He's now in his 6th inning of work. Comes the 0-1, and it's high and outside. Ball and a strike. And a good amount of those runs going to be unearned in that third inning because of Cobb got on with an E6. It's the 1-1. Reaches? No. Wow. Just missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Foley with nobody behind him. He is pitching quickly. 2-1. Swinging a high fly ball, cranked to center. Simlar is there, backs up, and once again, the Rams are retired in order. So we are through with 6 innings here at Bowen Field in Bluefield, Virginia. It is 5-0 Bluefield as we move on to the 7th inning in Game 1 of this doubleheader. On to the seventh inning in Bluefield. 5-0 Rams. And Albert Mora leads things off. Big cut and a foul ball that drives its way right back to the Reinhardt dugout. 5-0 Bluefield College. Bailey Engel on the call for you. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Game one of this doubleheader. Albert Mora, the right fielder, who is 0 for 1. Here comes the 0-1 to him. Fastball flies outside. Mora had that long AB back in the fourth and was walked. Subsequently, after that, was retired on a fielder's choice. Comes the 1-1. And another ground ball that bounces down the third baseline and foul. Looks like Reinhardt will have an arm warming up in the bullpen. Ethan Foley has already thrown 6 innings for Reinhardt. 5 runs given up in the third. Not all of them are going to be earned. Ball and 2 strikes with no outs. Pitch. Popped up right side. Staying in the field of play. Foul territory. Mo makes the catch for out number 1. Another win for Arguello. Yes, I should say a win within this game. Bluefield College still trying to get some outs behind him so they can get him another win on the season. It's been a beautifully pitched game by both sides. And we really can't ask for much more from Foley, starting pitcher for Reinhardt. Here comes Ugarte, the catcher. Watches it high, and it's ball 1. And the righty is up in the count 1-0. A single and a fielder's choice today, 1 for 2. Stands in on the right side. Arguello with a high kick, 1-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Evens the count up in 1-1 with 1 out. 5-0 Bluefield. Snapping back and the pitch. In the air down the right field line, hugging foul territory, and it will bounce onto the base of the fence as Mo almost caught up to it. But it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful day for baseball in the 2 Virginias. Arguello so far pitching a shutout. I have to see how far Garrett Schilling and Mike White are going to trust him being in. Well, so far, so good. 7 innings of work and only 3 hits to show for it. Arguello steps back. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Fishing down low in the dirt, and Ugarte waves with nothing on that one. 2 outs in the top of the 7th with nobody on. Nick Sanders trying to break this up for Reinhardt. It's 5-0. Arguello pitches, and the shortstop looks at it low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Eagles, 22-7. Steps back, and here comes the 1-0. Just a bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Lefty at the plate. Reinhardt, a pretty strong team. I mean, 22-7. You're not a slouch if you have that record, that's for sure. 2-0. That's called a strike, top of the zone. Sanders nods in approval, although he did take it. 2-1. Nobody on. Arguello looks and fires. Swing and a miss. Had him on an off-balance swing. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Arguello looks into Cardona. Comes the 2-2. Hard hit on the ground. Tough hop. Wisner plays it with a bare hand. Stays with the ball. Throws to first, and the side retired. Oh, that was the worst hop I've ever seen here at Bowen Field, but Wisner played through it anyway. So it is stretch time in Bluefield, and the Rams are up 5-0 against the Reinhardt Eagles here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th in Bluefield, a new pitcher on the mound for Reinhardt. It is now Bryce Hill's turn, the right-handed pitcher from Loxahatchee, Florida. Went to Polk State before this, standing in at 195, 6-1. Up against the top of the lineup of Bluefield, Cardona, who's 1 for 2 today. He swings and pops up the first pitch he sees from him. A lot of air under it, but it's going to exit the ballpark and land right near the press box on the third base side. Bailey Engel on the call for you. Glad to have you with us. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Going to have a second game with 7 innings in about half an hour after the end of this ball game. Bluefield trying to add some more insurance runs to the premium plan now of 5. 0-1 sails outside, skips off of the catcher's mitt of Ugarte. And now the count evens at 1-1. Playing Reinhardt in both softball and baseball today. 1-1. Breaking ball inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Took 2 different buses because softball is only going to play a doubleheader today. And then they'll go back home. I'm not 100% sure why they don't play 3-game series in softball as well. 2-1, fouled away left side, out of play. I guess the AAC is all right with just playing 2 games in softball. I don't really understand the reasoning behind that. Count at 2-2. Nobody on. Here's the pitch to Cardona. Swings and pops it up left center field. Backing up Sanders is on the fringe of the dirt in the outfield, and the shortstop reels it in for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Well, if you're curious about that one, Game 2 should be just about ready to be underway over at Graham Rec Park. Ethan Stinson on the call. 5-0 Rams here, though, at Bowen Field. Bottom of the 7th inning, Nate Cobb trying to get on the base pass for Bluefield. And these are the best jerseys that Bluefield College has. This breaking ball sales high. 1 ball, no strikes from Hill. Had the camo jerseys that are a bit light, hard to read. But aside from, I've already said, the SID distaste for those camo jerseys just because they're so hard to read. Comes the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Gotta love these old school cream jerseys, though. Now, the Rams across the front, old school lettering, stripes down the side of the pants. I mean, just looks like a normal baseball jersey, and a good one. 2-0. Swinging a line shot up the middle, base hit for Nate Cobb. So Nate Cobb trying to set the table for Ozzie Millette here with already a 5-0 lead for Bluefield. Millette with the beard that's gotten bigger every single year. Steps in on the right side. Last year, he's having one great season before the pandemic halted the season. He was hitting over 400. Still a reliable at-bat in this Bluefield lineup. 1 for 3 today. Went down looking, though, in the 4th. Breaking ball goes near the elbows. It's high, ball 1. Kind of 1-0 with 1 out. 5-0 Bluefield. Runner at first, and Nate Cobb. See, with 1 out, if Mike White tries to roll the dice and test Ugarte today. Cobb watches Millette take a strike at the outside corner, 1-1. Cobb with a big bounce off of first base. And if you remember, Bluefield College did a hit and run back in the 3rd inning where Lewis pounded him home to score. Comes a 1-1. Breaking ball, Cobb takes off. Throw to second is high, off of the glove, and actually snagged snow cone style by Jimenez, but a stolen base for Nate Cobb. And now for Bluefield, a runner in scoring position. Count at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, first base side. Tough hop for Marcelletti. Wins the race to the bag, and Cobb moves over to 3rd on a productive ground out to first base. So Clay Wisner with a base hit can make this 6-0. Oh, with 2 outs, runner over at third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, backhanded stab. Jimenez up to throw, on to first in time. And Cobb left at third base, so no runs on a hit, no errors. We've played 7, and it's 5-0 Bluefield. Top of the 8th inning, Bluefield College enjoying a 5-0 lead. Coelho deals a fastball in the outer portion of the plate for strike one. Simlar, the center fielder, watches that one. 0-1. He went down swinging back in the 5th inning. Arguello still on the bump for Bluefield. 0-1. Breaking ball, sawed off foul. Third base sign and bouncing into that Reinhardt dugout. It's been a great game. Pitched by Arguello. 3 hits allowed so far through 7 innings. No runs. It's 5-0 Bluefield. Andrew Arguello, wearing number 11, looks in at Cardona and deals. Swinging a high chopper middle of the infield. Could be trouble. Zapsos charges, can't barehand it. And it's an infield single for Simlar, his second single of the ball game. So just the 4th hit. I have to see how long they let Arguello stay in this one. Rims moving some bodies around into the bullpen. Back to the top of the lineup, and Kevin Jimenez 0 for 3. And into that crushing double play back in the 3rd inning. 5-0 Bluefield, though. Arguello deals a fastball. That one's triggered to center field. Nate Cobb up to throw after the catch, and he won't. Simlar stays back at first base, so there is one away. Jarrett Burney is 0 for 3. Struck out back in the 6th. One away. It's 5-0 Bluefield. All 5 runs in the 3rd inning. Obviously, nobody else has scored. The outside corner, make it inside corner. Called a strike on Jarrett Burney. Counted 0-1. He struck out back in the 6th inning. Arguello, ever since leaving the bases loaded in the 4th inning, really hasn't been tested with a high amount of base runners. Oh, the lefty has been strong today. Runner at first off of the infield single, 0-1. Check swing on a breaking ball. He went around. Strike 2. So now for Arguello, up in the count. No balls, 2 strikes as the duck flies overhead in center field. Down at 0-2. The lefty looks at first. Pitches 0-2. Inside corner, got him looking. Beautiful pitch by Arguello, and Burney takes the long walk back to the dugout. So Dalton Turnbow will no longer be the batter. Going to have a pinch hitter up, designated hitter. And it didn't look like anybody expected us to notice that. Jacob Profit, the freshman. So a pinch hitter from Warner Robins, Georgia. Profit's first pitch of the day. Fastball outside, ball one. 2 outs, runner at first. It's a 5-0 ball game for Bluefield College. This is the part of the game where Bluefield College starts to count those outs. And Mike White said against St. Andrews, this is where they struggled. Comes a 1-0, showing bunt, and laces it down the third baseline, foul, 1-1. Now with the 5-run lead, Bluefield, with Arguello's hopes, hopefully can get Profit out here and have Taylor Moe, Elijah Lewis, and David Meach turn on something in the bottom of the 8th. Also see if Arguello comes out and tries to pitch the whole game. See how he can get out of the 8th, though, here. 1-1. Breaking ball right down the middle. Strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. So a 1-2 count. 5-0 Bluefield College leads. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Arguello in the 8th inning. Checks on first. Throws it low. Cardona throws, and wow, he meant to throw that one down, but it was so low that Arguello just got it. Has made the catch. Good heads-up play by Arguello, but meanwhile a stolen base for Simlar, who led off the inning with a single. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Simlar at second with a big lead. Base hit puts Reinhardt on the board. Profit, the pinch hitter. Arguello steps off. First time there's been a runner in scoring position since all the way back in the 4th inning. 5-0. Rams still holding on to the lead, though. In the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Arguello looks, takes another look, and pitches 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ball through the 5-6 hole, a base hit. Garcia up to throw leisurely into the cutoff man, and now the shutout is broken. It's a pinch hit RBI single for Jacob Profit. And now it's 5-1. Rams still on top. Gianmarco Marcelletti. Cleanup man. 5-1 the score. Now the pitch. Outside, skips off the mitt of Cardona, and Profit on the wild pitch moves into scoring position. So now for Bluefield, Garrett Schilling comes out, and could this be it for Arguello through 7 2/3, giving up a run. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Wind flowing through left field. So no longer a shutout, but a great game pitch so far by Arguello. Now Reinhardt, though, 22-7. Obviously not a bad team in any respect of the word, but it's really up to Bluefield's bullpen, Bluefield's starting pitcher, to make sure that the Rams keep this one at a distance. 5-1 now the score for the RBI single from Profit. Schilling turns around. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Arguello checks Profit at second. Comes the 1-0 to Marcelletti. Fouls it back right to the screen. Evens up the count at 1-1. 5-1 still the score. Ball and a strike with 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Rams with a 4-run lead. Arguello deals a 1-1 outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in game 1 of this doubleheader. Arguello, first time we've seen him go a bit off of the rails, but he does have 2 outs. They lead at second for Profit. 2-1. Right. Wow. Right down the plate, seemingly. I don't know where that one missed at all. 3-1. I mean, I guess it was inside. Ooh. 3-1. Runner takes off, popped up, right behind, and hitting the awning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Arguello stepping off with a 4-run lead behind him. Full count with 2 outs. Marcelletti, a base hit, makes it 5-2. Trying to trigger some sort of Reinhardt rally. And Marcelletti calls time, breaking the tension with Profit, who took off on that last pitch. He's going to be going here, 3-2. Runners will be going, 3-2. Inside a ball 4. Now check that. He was not going. Either way, ball 4. Likely should have been ball 3 after that one was right down the plate on the 2-1. So a walk and a big one. Xavier Arnett. Now, going to see a new batter. Another pinch hitter. Xavier Arnett. No longer the left fielder, apparently. And we will see that in the hands of Blake Rogers, the freshman, 6'4", 240. Swing of the bat makes this potentially a 1-run game if he's able to get around on it. Arguello with 2 men aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. The count at 0-1. Arguello's already given up 1 run in this inning. We're in the top of the 8th with 2 outs, 2 men aboard. Profit at second. Marcelletti at first. The 0-1 to Rogers. Check swing roller. Could be trouble. Arguello turns, throws to first in time, and the Rams back out of that one. So Rogers wants to have that one back most definitely. But Bluefield College comes up to bat here, coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 5-1 Rams over the Eagles. Bottom of the 8th coming up here in Bluefield as the Rams lead 5-1 in game 1 of this doubleheader. Looking for a little bit more run support, though, against Bryce Hill in his second inning of work. Mo shoots that one down the line, foul, and now the count goes 0-1. Bluefield with 5 runs in the third inning. That's been good enough for the lead so far, but Reinhardt off of the pinch hit single from Profit makes it now 5-1 as opposed to 5-0. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball cut on, a bouncer down the line, underhands back to the pitcher and Hill. And a 3-1 will be etched into the books to retire Taylor Moe. Well, stick around, fans. We got the game 2 after this one. And after game 2, interview with Mike White. So Bluefield College hoping to end this one on the right note here in game 1 before we think to game 2. Elijah Lewis, 5-1 lead. Lewis with an RBI single back in that third inning. He's 1 for 3 today. D8 stands in on the right side up against Hill, the 6-1 reliever. And he deals. Big swing and a miss on a fastball. Counted 0-1 with the shade really nowhere to be seen on the infield and outfield. Some of the fans on the first baseline, a bit of shade under the awning. 0-1. Breaking ball. Oh, my goodness, that didn't miss by much, but that really broke. 2 balls, make it 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-1, the score. Bluefield up by 4, the 1-1. Swinging another chopper. Left side, Sanders on a hop. Throws to first, a bit high, but reeled in. And it's good enough for the second out. Oh, Hill has retired 4 in a row after giving up that single to Nate Cobb up the middle. David Meach trying to get some rally going for Bluefield to kind of go up by a little bit more than 4 here. Comes the pitch. Skips in the dirt. Garte watches it roll behind him. Oh, Profit is out in left field. That was a 1-0. Fouled away. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Not a lot of offense going for Bluefield since that third. As he choked up foul on that one, bouncing into the on-deck circle. And snagged by Garcia, waiting. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Last chance for Bluefield to try to get some insurance going into the 9th inning. Nobody on. 2 outs. Hill shrugs and pitches. It's in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Meach. Hitless today. Trying to change it here with a 2-2. It's low, just a bit low. Garte tried to frame it up for strike 3, and Hill was ready to go off into the dugout, but we'll do it again. Full count. Meach the lefty. Comes a payoff. Swinging a fly ball, looping down the left field line, and foul. So staying in at 3-2. 5-1 the score. Nobody on for Bluefield, though. Rams, since that profitable third inning, have had 2 hits. That was another payoff. Check swing. Did he lay off? Yes, he did for ball 4. So David Meach works a 2-out walk. Jeremy Garcia will come up to the plate for the Rams here. 5-1 the score. Garcia 0 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. Left fielder moved down lower in the lineup. Zapsos on deck. 5-1. 4-run lead for the Rams as Hills deals that one on a fastball, and it's pulled on a bounce over to Chris Allen. His first year as the assistant coach for Bluefield. No balls, one strike, two outs. Meach over at first base. 5-1 lead. Hill pitches. Swinging a shot up the middle, a base hit for Garcia with two outs. Meach won't advance further than second base, and now there are two aboard here with two outs. And Andy Zapsos with a big chance here to try to elevate the lead past 4 runs. "5-1. Zapsos in the bottom of the 8th inning now. Hill in a slight jam, breaking ball. Good one, right down the plate, strike one. Counted 0-1 with two outs. Well, Bluefield trying to make a statement here. Game 1 of this doubleheader, game 1 of the 3-game set. Got the finale tomorrow. Shortstop awaits 0-1. It's outside and low, ball and a strike. Zapsos has played a very strong game in the field today. Doing a decent job at the plate as well, 1 for 3. Well, 2 for 4 possibly makes it 6-1. Comes the 1-1. Popped up left side. That'll get out of here in a hurry. Ball and 2 strikes. So now with a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Standing back in on the left-handed side of the plate. Meach at second, Garcia at first in a 5-1 ball game in the bottom of the 8th. Hill trying to get out of the inning. He deals, swinging a ground ball through the hole into right field, a base hit. Meach getting the green light. Up to throw Mora. Throw to the plate, cut off. Throw back to second, skips into left field. So here comes Garcia on to third, and he will get there. Sliding in Garcia. It was bobbled out and left, and Mike White wanted to send Garcia home. But either way, the Rams have scored yet another run. It's 6-1 Bluefield, and Andy Zapsos is all fired up. Well, Garcia dove in. He thought that was going to be close. I think Mike White gave him a bit of a late sign there to go around third. He probably would have scored because out in left field, it was really juggled out there. Cardona back to the top of the lineup. It's 6-1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 men in scoring position. Zapsos advancing on the E3 pitch. Breaking ball right over the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, for Bluefield, yet another error for Reinhardt, and the Rams able to capitalize off of it if with Cardona's hit here. He's able to get one. Breaking ball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 errors in the ball game for Reinhardt. E4 back in the second. Bluefield unable to score there. There's a big E6 in the third, and now an E3 here in the 8th inning. It was a 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Bluefield leaves a couple of runners in scoring position. But the Rams score a run on 2 hits, 1 error, leave 2 men on base. We have played 8. Bluefield 3 outs away from taking game 1 of this doubleheader. When we come back, it's 6-1 Rams. Well, Arguello is searching for his second win of the year. This is already his longest outing for Bluefield College. Pitched 7 innings against Point. Now for the Rams, trying to get the win here today. It would be his first win since February 26th against Union. That was here at Bowen Field. Now, going up against the 6'7", 8", Albert Mora, Andres Ugarte, and Nick Sanders. Only giving up 1 hit between the 3 of them today. That was to Ugarte back in the 3rd inning. But Arguello has given up 4 hits, 1 run. All the way back in the 8th inning. Should say all the way back in the 8th inning, but now it's 6-1 Bluefield. 5-run lead for the Rams after the RBI single from Zapsos. Albert Mora, 0 for 2. This will be a huge win for Bluefield College. And Andrew Arguello looking for the complete game performance. Now the pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Comes the pitch. Swing and fouls it back. Got on the changeup. Mora was well out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on. Wind flowing out towards left field. A 5-run lead for Bluefield College, scoring a run there in the bottom of the 8th for the first time since the 3rd inning. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Arguello, another strikeout for the lefty. And the Rams are 2 outs away from a confident victory here in game 1 of this doubleheader. So now Ugarte singled in the 3rd inning. Last time we saw him, though, struck out swinging. Weller's just had it working today. Breaking ball on the first pitch, just a bit outside for ball 1 as the shade now gives us some old-fashioned air conditioning in nature's air-conditioned city. 1-0. Fastball outside and high. 2 balls, no strikes. With 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 9th. 6-1 Bluefield. Already a strikeout for Arguello. Deals down the plate. Great pitch from the southpaw. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes the offer. Reaching out, pokes it up the middle, base hit. So Ugarte has his 2nd hit of this contest. Keeps things alive for Reinhardt in the top of the 9th inning. Now, looks like there's going to be a new batter, another pinch hitter for Reinhardt. So we already saw a pinch hit single from Profit. Here comes Jackson Sisk, sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia, transferred from Georgia State. First deal to him is a fastball that sails outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rams 2 outs away. Currently lead by 5. Ugarte on at first base. Nick Sanders' day is done, 0 for 2 after a couple of groundouts to second as well as a sacrifice bunt. Sisk comes the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Be quite a big win. Andrew Arguello. One out. The Rams turn another double play. 2-0. Just a bit inside. 3 balls, no strikes, and Sisk take away from getting on the base paths here. Three and 0. See if he takes. Now the offer. Great pitch. Knee high, called a strike and a fastball. 3-1 with 1 out. But can Bluefield hold on? Seen so many scenarios where the Rams find themselves in the 9th inning and all of a sudden it gets a little bit more interesting for the visiting team. 1 out already, though. 3-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Sisk was ready to go again. Full count. Arguello's got that dugout barking for him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ugarte at first with a small lead. Comes a 3-2. Swinging a ground ball, could be 2. Zapsos leaps, tags the bag, throw to first, and Bluefield College wins game 1 of this doubleheader. The exclamation on a double play turned by Andy Zapsos. 6-1 Rams look good in that one. And we'll be back in just about half an hour. But before then, Andrew Arguello's second win of the year. Ethan Foley gets the loss, and the Rams are now 15-16, 8-10 overall. RU drops to 22-8 and 9-7 in the AAC. So stick around. We're going to be back for game 2 of this doubleheader, which, remind you, is 7 innings. But Bluefield College able to win this one thanks to that last double play there. So we'll see you in just about half an hour here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.